Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one Eastern Kentucky city received some major funding for multiple projects, and a group of Eastern Kentucky organizations make an effort to feed people in need.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, Thursday. Oh, it's Good Morning Thursday. Good morning. It is Thursday, 6:34. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Man, I need some like commas in real life and stuff. Like, good morning, Thursday.
Good morning, Thursday. Can't take you anywhere.
My goodness gracious. Oh, well. Well, good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Dakota. Welcome to Mountain News this morning. But yes, it is Thursday, Friday Eve, as it's better known. But we are just traveling along here as we head toward the weekend anyway. But the storm chances continue for the third day in a row. So again, severe weather is possible again for some later on today. Fog is the big issue this morning as we start off, not in the higher elevations, but in the lower elevations. We're looking at Buffalo Mountain to start here in Perry County. 68 up there this morning, 63 in Clintwood, 68 in Hazard, Prestonsburg, Pikeville this morning, 69 Manchester, Irvin, 68 Wise. Everybody else, I believe, is in the 70s this morning. 73 in Jacksboro is the warm spot as you head out the door. Forecast for today, hoping to get up to 87 at the National Weather Service office at Jackson, which was where the official records are kept, and we'll continue to see the possibility for some showers and storms as we head deeper in the day, especially in those southern counties. More on that here in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, the latest hearing over Kentucky's abortion ban has ended without a ruling. Yesterday's hearing was on the ACLU's request for a temporary injunction that would block the state's abortion ban until the case is heard. The ACLU and Planned Parenthood sued the state just days after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. The lawsuit claims Kentucky's abortion ban violates the state constitution. Attorney General Daniel Cameron says there is no right to abortion in the state's constitution. The judge asked for additional briefings from both sides by July 18th, saying he will make a ruling after that. Until then, a restraining order blocking the abortion ban remains in effect. State and local leaders gathered yesterday on the future site of a new healthcare training center. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about Pikeville Medical Center's Project Heart and what it is bringing to Appalachia.
This can just be the start of something so much bigger.
An announcement all about access.
This is an issue that faces not only our state and our nation, it tends to fall more to rural hospitals.
And the partnerships that make it possible.
But they didn't have that opportunity. We are that opportunity. It's going to take all of us to make this happen.
Governor Andy Beshear made a stop in Pikeville Wednesday, announcing a more than $975,000 investment in the heart of healthcare.
The needed nursing pipeline, where groups like Pikeville Medical Center or ARH could know where their next employee was coming from, and how we were missing out on an opportunity to employ more Eastern Kentuckians to work here in great jobs in Eastern Kentucky.
A partnership between Pikeville Medical Center and Galen College of Nursing is bringing a Pikeville campus to reality.
We have thousands of openings in the nursing profession in Eastern Kentucky. This is a chance to give people really good jobs, and they can stay where they're from, raise a family. It's an incredible opportunity.
Focused on addressing the nursing shortage by providing another school to future healthcare heroes.
And if we do this right, we can change our healthcare trajectory, the health of our people, in such a fundamental way.
Bringing more training and teamwork to the mountains. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the Galen College nursing CEO said he expects to see the first Pikeville class working in the next 90 days, and he's excited for what this all means for the future of healthcare. Well, during Governor Beshear's visit to Pikeville, he made several more funding announcements. Well, with focus aimed at infrastructure, tourism, and more, Governor Beshear announced a total of $2.3 million in funding for projects around Pike County, from a new senior citizen center to upgrades at Bob Amos Park and a pedestrian crossing on Baird Avenue. One of the announcements was more than $350,000 for the Breaks Interstate Park for its Ratliff Hole renovations. Park Superintendent Austin Bradley says the park's partnership with Pikeville is only fitting.
To be here today to accept a check from Governor Beshear to continue to expand and upgrade the Kentucky portion of the park was just very fitting, since it was the people of this community who originally had the vision to establish the park in the first place.
Governor Beshear also announced funding for the Brushy Creek Sycamore Water Line project, which he says will provide clean drinking water to at least 125 families for the first time. Organizations in Hyden are making an effort to feed struggling families in Leslie County this summer with the food drive. With school being out of session, some families find it harder to feed their families. Amanda Wooten, the Hyden Clinic coordinator at the Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, says she's seen families struggle, especially in the summer since children aren't getting meals from school. But Wooten says this food drive makes it easy for the community to help families who need it.
Citizens can just go in there and open the back door of the cruiser and put any non-perishable food items in there.
Well, the cruiser will be in the Save-A-Lot and IGA parking lots taking donations for the food drive until the end of July. Anyone is welcome to donate. Well, South Kentucky Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation customers could have a little extra money in their pockets when their next bill comes. Officials with the Kentucky Attorney General's office says the Office of Rate Intervention stepped in to stop a proposed rate increase. If the entire increase had been approved, the power company's base rate would have gone up 7.71%, which would have meant an 81% increase on monthly bills. Attorney General Daniel Cameron says his team was able to reduce the original proposal by 33.9%. Well, in a special announcement yesterday, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice proposed a permanent tax cut for the Mountain State. If passed, the 10% tax cut would be retroactive to the beginning of the 2022 calendar year, which the governor says will put $250 million back in the pockets of West Virginians. He says he will urge lawmakers to pass it during a special session later this month.
This is absolutely a pure tax cut with no bells and whistles attached to it to have to raise anything.
The West Virginia House of Delegates estimates that a 10% tax cut would equal to a savings of $200 to $300 each year for taxpayers. If passed, it will be the first change in the state's personal income tax rate since 1987. Well, the mountains are no stranger to severe weather. With that being said, how do you make sure you're prepared? Well, it starts with an emergency preparedness kit. Now, these kits should contain necessities like food and water. It also is worth having items like flashlights and a hand-cranked power radio to make sure you are prepared for any situation that could arise.
Making sure that you have a kit will help you to weather any kind of storm, and having those kits not only at your home, but also in your vehicle. So if you have to evacuate, you've got those essentials that are needed.
Well, the American Red Cross does sell these kits. However, you can easily put one together yourself that fits your needs.
.641, good idea to have that, especially it's been storming all week here at times. Some of those have been severe, so good advice to have there. Keep those kits handy again today as we see fog this morning, possibility for some storms this morning, or this afternoon rather. Be careful this morning because it's going to be very dense fog. Slow down, take it easy, use those low beams. Just be careful out there as you start your day. Looking at temperatures across the board, 60s and 70s, basically close to 70 pretty much everywhere or just above, except for Clintwood. They're the cold spot this morning at 63. Breakfast forecast, we're heading into the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon. All depends on where the rain sets up and how fast it gets here. But if we can get to 87 at Jackson, we will make our forecast high. No records broken, though, even though we tied one yesterday at the London Corporate Airport at 97. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. It's 6:42. When we come back here on Mountain News this morning, the U.S. distributes tens of thousands of monkeypox vaccines to states that need them. It's on the way next.